Hello, everybody. We're back on Good Guy Sports for a special edition for the Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass. Where as we are back for another episode of where things stand right now in the Players Championship down in Duval and TPC Sawgrass. And as that
Ooh.
Duval out by the Ponte Vedra Beach, right outside
Oh,
of the city of Jacksonville, where I hear they have some great weather right now, but it's not. But from what I'm hearing, it's not great right now because it's very windy and just how things are right now in the Southeast in particular. But as things stand right now, you have Ludwig Olberg, who's on top of the leaderboard right now, followed by Xander Schauffele,
though.
Cameron Young, and Corey Connors and JT Thomas. But I got to tell you something about this course, Blake, that the iconic Island 17 green will definitely bite you and it will get you in many ways. And then I have to admit, if you play it poorly, then you're just really at this point out of it. But if you land it on the target right on the green on the 17 tee and green, then I think that you are then I think as a golfer then you find yourself lucky. But if not, then you're most likely going to be in for a long one and just really, at this point out of it and just in the drop zone, and that's just really how it is. But this golf course has so many twists and turns, Blake. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know, Blake.
Yeah, not TPC
Yeah,
for no
that's
reason,
right,
Jackson.
and that's right, and you. I mean, look, you played golf. You know what it's
Oh
like out
yeah.
there when a Pete Dye course is that difficult and how it all plays out. So I got to ask you, Blake, since you play golf on occasion, tell me, is this the toughest challenge that the golfers have faced on this TPC Sawgrass course down in Ponte Vedra Beach, at TPC Sawgrass in this Pete Dye course? So so, Bill Lumberger, is it the toughest test that the players have faced?
I don't think so, Jackson. Look at these scores, man. What's Ludwig double digits, 11 under on a Friday?
9 under.
No, no. And when it's tough, man, they're right around the big old goose egg, scoring good, man. With CPC Jackson, if you stay in the fairways, stay on the greens, play clean golf, you're gonna score well. If you get off, the problem with CCPC is if you get off the fairway just by a foot or two,
Hmm.
you get in trouble. Ludwig just hit a ball. I don't know if you were watching,
Oh,
and
oh, I'm sure
it,
I was.
and it went a little bit in the rough, and it buried. It buried all the way in the rough. So yeah, man, you just got to keep it. You got to keep. As when you're driving Jack's long trips, they say you got to keep it between mayonnaise. The white stripes and the yellow stripes. Same in the golf course. Keep it between the mustard and the mayonnaise.
Well, you got that right. We can all relate, and we I we can all we can all definitely relate to that. But you do make a great point there, Blake.
Thank you. Yeah, Jackson, who you pulling for?
Yeah. So wow. I mean, let's put it this way. So this leaderboard can change by day to day heading into Sunday. So I feel like there's still more holes yet to be played. Long way to go, but at
Who
least
you pulling
63 or
for?
53 holes left remaining in this tournament. So I feel like, well, depending on how this golf course is going to play out for how things go weather-wise, well, it's going to be very windy right now. Gusts are going to be picking up as much as higher than like 60 or 50 miles per hour. I believe. And so yeah, from what I understand, that the golf course is going to be raining on Sunday, so that's gonna really be
I think you're right.
the toughest challenge
Yesterday.
for many of the golfers out there out down in Ponte
Yesterday.
Vedra. Yeah, it did rain out in the afternoon window hour at around noon Eastern yesterday on Thursday in the opening round, but from what I can under but from but so far I just know that that how the sports is being played out, and know that obviously Scott Shepard wanted to that only player that won back to back in this tournament. But so far he's one under even par at the moment, and so I think that right now how things and so right now how things stand right now how things stand right now weather wise is how this course is going to play out is that yeah so right now
Scotty
things
comeback.
well yeah Sky's kind of is in it but kind of the mixture is still in it kind of out of it kind of point which means he's not yet on the cut line yet but I wouldn't say he's playing great but he's still in this thing is all I have to say to that but
No,
right
cut
now
out.
winds are up to 12 miles per hour down at Ponte Vedra Beach. It's going to be very nice and sunny on Saturday, but on Sunday there's going to be some rain in the forecast, which could be critical for going to be tough rain and tough windy ready conditions for the players and golfers come Sunday in the final round. But aside from that, from where things stand right now in the golf tournament, well, things are looking good right now for Ludwig Olberg and Corey Connors and Russell Henley and those guys for the players on tour. But Sky Scheffler, you look at why he struggled. It's because of his driver. His driver did not perform and go as planned as he as he wish that he could. But it just so happened to be one of those one of those weeks where it just didn't happen to work out. But with a wedge, a pitching wedge or a putter, that seems to go work just fine for him. But the but the but the driver was really the issue and concern for him from what I've been hearing from one of my analysts and from the experts that I've been hearing from. But so far this tournament has been really been exciting and fun to watch, and I would expect a I would expect a complete change of the leaderboard heading into the head heading into
Who do you
in
think is going to change?
in,
What's going to change?
yeah well yeah yes
Hey,
I would expect I would yes yes I would yes I would expect some changes right when the right at the
who's going to change? You
at
think
the cutting line
Scotty's going to come on? Maybe.
yes so I think that the play yes so I think I would expect that 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 on the early Saturday tee times and windows through the weekend that most of these golfers at the cut line on 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 cutting day for the weekend those players have to play have to just have to just play for their for their life and moment and try to order to
Jackson,
just try to
what's your
survive
favorite hole?
and just really
What's your favorite hole?
but really the point is that just try to play for the weekend
Yeah,
and
but what's your
and cutting that and just my point is like is that the players who are in the cut line and
oh, I
just
get it.
yeah well
They
yeah
have to right.
and just try to my point is just try to survive and just play for the weekend. It is really all
Yeah.
what they're fighting for right now.
What's your favorite hole? What's the scariest hole for these guys, Jack? The one right behind you?
Yes, yes, most definitely. And I say that because you got to play well and not and just really got to hit the ball well and just not overplay it and just really just
Well, you got to get it there.
well yeah you got to well yeah my point is that you got to play it right and just and just don't overplay it or else the ball will go in the water and 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 bad things will happen. So I say
That's right.
yes well yeah and so yes and so yeah you got to have the right club and the right driver
That's baby.
and the right
I'm
club and the right
so
club
glad.
in order to make this in order to hit it on the green and target for close to the pin as much as you can in order to make the right things happen. But if you don't, then things are going to things and stuff are just going to be are just not going to go
Yeah.
well and bad if
All right.
if you happen to be that golfer.
Let me ask you this: Who are you surprised is in the top of the leaderboard, and who are you surprised is not at the top of the leaderboard right now? Who's the biggest letdown, and who are you surprised is up there right now?
So who's on top of the leaderboard? I would have to say
Who are you surprised that's up there on top of the leaderboard?
who's
Who
top,
should be
so who's
there?
surprised at the top of the leaderboard? So for me, I would have to say Corey Connors.
Ah, good
You're talking
call.
about a player who's won on the PGA Tour and has yet
Good,
to win a championship and title on the stage. So I say Corey
good one.
Connors is one of the players that surprised me and who's Canadian and comes from a great golfing background, has a great family, and ranked 39th in the PGA Tour in the world ranking right now. So I say he surprised me, and then you have Russell Henley and Steph Straka, who is also in the mix. So I say anywhere between Straka and Connors and and Maverick McNeely, I don't know if you know this, he actually happened to have the lead in in the in the opening round on Thursday, um, in yesterday's first round. So he is now one under overall for the tournament. But that's what but 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 so far but so far Corey Connors and Straka and Maverick McNeely had the lead for pretty much most of the entirety of the first round of the tournament. But that's really what struck me out so far in this players championship.
Jackson, who is not at the top of the leaderboard that should be? I think you mentioned Scotty Scheffler's not up there. Who else is surprisingly struggling in this tournament right now for you?
For me, I would have to say Rory McIlroy, who
Yeah. Where's
yeah,
he at?
so Rory McIlroy right now, if I'm taking a look, Roy, so right now, Roy, so right now, Rory McIlroy is as far as I know, is somewhere anywhere in between nowhere to be found, but from what I can understand.
Is he in the tournament? Is he playing?
Yes, he is in the tournament.
Okay.
I just know that he's not in the top 10. And yeah, here we go. So right now, Rory McIlroy is one under overall right now for the tournament. So he is still in it, but he's
Let
currently one under right now overall in the current leaderboard standings.
me ask you a question, Jack. What's the cut line at right now?
So the cut line, I would have to say it's anywhere between three over or two over is and one over I say is one over is the edge of the cut line, but two
Okay.
over and three over is basically in is basically the area you don't want to be in because anytime you see a golfer that's over that's two over or three over, that tells you that you're not going to be playing the weekend. So I say anywhere between one over, you're fine. You could play the weekend, but if you're two over or three over, then that means your golf tournament is over.
Oh, well, let me ask you this, Jackson. Last thing we'll talk about: who is going to win the tournament?
Well, let's see well the well it's I would have well it's going to be interesting because well let me just say this. I mean, this championship it could be I mean it could it it could have some changes in the leaderboard heading to Sunday, but between now and then. So I would so I would have to say anywhere. So right now I would. So right now, I'm still sticking with Sky Scheffler, at, even though he's only one under. So the sporting odds, I say Sky Scheffler is going to win his third consecutive Players
Oh,
Championship title, and he'll get it done on
Jackson,
Sunday. And
he's 10 shots back.
I
Are
know,
you
but
are you
history.
kidding
But I'm not
me?
even. I mean, look, Blake. History
The bold
says that he has
like,
trailed in this tournament before
okay.
once, and yeah, and if he plays it clean and perfectly between now and Sunday, then I say he's got a shot to possibly win his first title. So,
Okay.
but like you said, Blake, anything
Good
can
point.
happen. I still stick with Sky Scheffler. I gotta trust the makers on this, but I think Sky Scheffler, if it all
Okay.
goes as planned, and if he plays perfectly, between now and Sunday, then I say he's got a shot to win another player's title.
All right. Well, Jackson, anything else? Last comment for the show?
I just want to say it was a great week of Good Guys
Let
Sports,
me
and
ask you
yeah, go ahead.
was Jackson is Harold Varner's not in the tournament, is he? Harold Varner the third, HV3?
Harold Barner the third.
Yeah, he's not in there, is he?
No, I don't think so. I've never heard of them, so
He's tour, so I don't know if they're allowed to play in this tournament. I guess they're not allowed to play in this tournament.
no, no, I think you're right. I don't think you are either. But yeah, I don't think he's in the championship field this week.
Okay. All right, Jackson. Well, Jack, take care. Good talking to you, brother.
All right, Blake.
All
Safe
right, see you, man.
travels. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good, Jack. See you, man.
Take care, Blake.